What's going on? I want to remind you that you need to have the courage to want what you want. What do I mean by this? Well, we will say we want something, but then our actions will say something completely different. Think about that, right? So many people will say like, oh yeah, they want to be fit, but they don't do the work. Oh, you want to be rich, don't do the work. Oh, I want to live happy, don't put the work in. So many people will do talk, and they won't put in the action. And so then I question, do you actually want it? Because what it truly means to want something is to be putting in that action, is to be saying yes to all the pain and drudgery that is involved with the countless action that you have to take to get that thing, to get that characteristic, to get whatever the hell it is accomplished. You see, when we want something, we only look at the positives that come with it. But you have to look at it in a way more mature and holistic level, where you're looking at it and you're like, if you're just seeing positive, look for the negatives in the things you want. What are the downsides, What is the pain involved in getting it, right? And then when you can see like the pain involved and then plus the reward, right? And the character you'll create by going through the pain, that's when you'll have a lot more of a sobering idea throughout what your wants are. And you think about like for example, I wouldn't want for example, a lot of people will have like, oh, I want $1 million, whatnot. I wouldn't want like mega hundreds of millions of dollars, because like the kind of business I would have to do to earn that stuff, it's like I wouldn't want to do that, right? So I simply just don't want that. Like, if you want the reward, you have to want the pain that comes with it. So if I say I want to have a YouTube channel, so I'm going to go off what I want, right? If I want to have a YouTube channel, right? Creating Clarity with Christian. That's the one, not this one. This one's just for fun. If I want Creating Clarity with Christian to pop off and have 1 million subscribers, eventually 10 million subscribers, and have millions of views of like clickbaity kind of videos, but also, videos that will be like super hardcore self-improvement guides, like very organized and stuff like that. If I want to make something successful like that, then I also have to want the, hundreds of hours of coming up with good ideas, of filming, of editing, of learning how to market, learning how to write thumbnails, write titles, create thumbnails. I need to want making, hundreds of like high effort videos of like that are trying to go viral, hundreds of them, and having them fail. I have to want that. I have to want the pain that comes with it. Otherwise, I won't be able to follow through with my wants through my actions. I will not be able to follow through with my actions, right? I have to want that. Yeah, anyone can want a successful YouTube channel, but do you want the lifestyle of putting in that work? I look at, I want to write a bestseller book. But do I want to sit down for hundreds of hours, coming up with the material, writing it out, writing it again, rewriting it, spending hours just crunching these ideas, right? Do I want that? That's what I have to ask myself if I want to write a bestseller. I look at another goal of mine is escaping wage slavery, right? Do I want that? Well, that probably means sacrificing, my free time, my leisure time as, putting towards like making projects that will allow me to earn money, right? Do I want that? So when I say have the courage to want something, because it does take courage, because you're saying yes to a lot of drudgery, but you're also saying yes to the reward, and you're saying yes to the character that you're going to create. I want to become, so another, big goal of mine with my life, so there's escaping wage slavery, there's writing a best-selling book, there's a YouTube channel, and then my final one, at least big goal for me that I can think of, at least right now, is I want to become a world-renowned life coach. I want to be a really freaking good life coach, right? And so then I have to say that I want, to spend the money to get that training. I want to go through like hundreds of clients and like a lot of them like not going well, and then the awkwardness of that, and then like, I have to be willing to suffer through that process, and then be willing to sit and listen to people's problems, and be willing to be in those situations where I don't know what to say to the client, I have to want that if I want to become a life coach. A really good one, right? And then when you can say that, like when you can say to yourself that you want to go through that drudgery, then you're consciously taking on the challenge. And when you consciously take on any challenge in life, you will be able to conquer it way better than anybody else. A lot of times we will go through something and it'll be just one gauntlet after another of like pain and suffering and like, another thing is like, rather, if you just said like, yeah, bring it on, I'm willing to just, whatever obstacle comes in my way, I'm taking it on as a challenge. When you have that attitude, you're just going to have a way better time in life. If you can just embody that attitude of consciously taking on these challenges, right? So when I say having the courage to want something, right? Want the reward, sure, but want the journey as well of going through it, and want the tough times, want those times when you're like really questioning your motivation and like questioning whether or not you can do it. Want that. Want the whole hero's journey. Because then you will create the character that comes as a result of that journey. And now that is something that is special. And that is something that nobody can take away from you. The character that you create, that is something that is staying with you forever. So look forward to that. So hopefully that has given you a little bit of an idea on your wants, right? So when you get clear about the things you want, get clear about what it actually takes. And then take that on as a challenge. Volunteer yourself as tribute. And you'll just have a much better time. And with that, I would like to thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one.